My name is Mr. Steve. I'm a storyteller. Hello, everybody! It's me, Mr. Steve, and it's time for another story time! So how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? Hopefully you are. Some of you might be wondering how I'm doing. Well, let me fill you in on what's been going on with me. I've been reading Terry Pratchett more. That's been fun. Been listening to a lot of music. Oh yeah, also I caught the coronavirus. And that was lame. And there was a small period in time, a couple of days, where I thought that there might be a good chance that, But, spoiler alert, I didn't. Now I'm all happy and healthy, and I'm excited to get back to normal. The kids are back doing virtual school. They got the coronavirus too, but now they're okay. We're all happy and healthy, and I am excited to get back to doing videos for the channel and doing story times. And so today, we're going to be reading this book. It's by Oliver Jeffers. We've read a story of his before here on the channel. And it's called Lost and Found. About a boy and a penguin. Penguins are great, right? You guys staying warm? It's getting cold out there. It's getting really cold. Weather's getting weird. Anyway, Lost and Found. This is a book that I bought for $2 because, once again, this is a book from Kohl's. Kohl's does this thing where we here at Kohl's will be selling this book and 100% of the profits will go to families in need. But people at Kohl's care more about Croft and Barrel fleece tops than they do making sure that their kids have a love of reading. So I got it for just $2 on clearance. So thank you, Kohl's customers, for not wanting to read to your kids, because this is a great deal. Once there was a boy. Once there was a boy who
got into an accident and caught and come to school.
Anyway. Once there was a boy who found a penguin at his door. The boy didn't know where it had come from, but it began to follow him everywhere. The penguin looked sad. How can you tell if a penguin looks sad? Is he frowning? No, because he's got like a beak. You can't. How much can you frown with a beak? How can you tell? I don't know. Hey, that bowling pin looks sad. Like, how can you tell? The penguin looked sad, and the boy thought it must be lost. So the boy decided to help the penguin find his way home. He checked in at the Lost and Found office, where Dr. Steve Brule is, obviously working. That's him right there, John C. Reilly.
My next guest is Dr. Jimmy Brungus. He's a nutritionist.
It's actually Dr. Johnny Bowden.
Dr. Johnny Brogan.
But no one was missing a penguin. Guy has 3 faces on his head. We went to the Lost and Found office, where King Ghidorah helped us. He asked some birds if they knew where the penguin came from, but they ignored him. Some birds are like that. Yeah, some birds do be like that, though. The boy asked his duck, but the duck floated away. He didn't know either. That night, the boy couldn't sleep for disappointment. He wanted to help the penguin, but he wasn't sure how. The next morning, he discovered that penguins come from the South Pole. But how could he get there? He ran down to the harbor and asked a big ship to take them to the South Pole, but his voice was much too small to be heard over the ship's horn. Don't ask the Lighthouse for help, because the Lighthouse is just full of a sparkly vampire and Willem Dafoe, and they're farting.
What?
Together, the boy decided he and the penguin would row to the South Pole. So the boy took his rowboat out, because every boy has a rowboat, right? Every boy has a rowboat. Exactly. So the boy took his rowboat out and tested it for size and strength. He told stories to the penguin to help pass the time. Then they packed everything they would need and pushed the rowboat out to sea, and they sailed in and out of days and almost a week to where the wild things are. Oh, wait, wrong story. They rowed south for many days and many nights. There were lots of times for stories, and the penguin listened to every one, so the boy would always tell another. They floated through good weather and bad, when the waves were as big as mountains. Until finally, they came to the South Pole. The boy was delighted, but the penguin said nothing. Suddenly it looked sad again, as the boy helped him out of the boat. Then the boy said goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Penguin. I did have a lot of fun hanging out with you and telling you stories. And the boy floated away. When he looked back, the penguin was still there, but now the penguin looked sadder than ever. Nice umbrella. Where'd you buy that? Kohl's? Get some Kohl's cash, penguin? Kohl's. It felt strange for the boy to be on his own. There was no point telling stories now because there was no one to listen except the wind and the waves. Instead, he just thought, maybe one day I'll grow up and change my name to Waldo, and I will hide and see if people can find me, he thought. And the more he thought, the more he realized he had made a big mistake. The penguin hadn't been lost, it had just been lonely. Quickly, he turned the boat around and rowed back to the South Pole as fast as he could, disappointing this iceberg here that either was waiting to sink the boat, because this is the Titanic iceberg, or maybe Godzilla's hiding in there. Godzilla! Oh, wait, look at that. Looks like the penguin's looking for the boy while the boy's looking for the penguin, because there's a penguin right there. You see the penguin? Oh, man. At last he reached the pole again, but where was the penguin? The boy searched and searched, but he was nowhere to be found. Sadly, the boy set off for home, but then the boy saw something in the water ahead of him. Closer and closer he got until he could see the penguin! See? Told you guys. And they hooged. They hugged. Hey, have you ever hugged a penguin? I've never hugged a penguin before. And so the boy and his friend went home together, talking of wonderful things all the way. And that's the end of that story. Yay! That was a cute story. I liked that. I liked that story a lot. I liked it better than that last Oliver Jeffers story that we read. Link in the description. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I won't remember it. Anyway, I'm happy to just read a new story. You know? Because I've been sick for a while. Man, like 2 weeks of absolute yuck. I can't tell you how yucky it is. So kids, keep washing your hands, man. Wear masks, okay? Because this sickness that's out there, my kids call it the sickness. The sickness is no joke, all right? So be healthy, be safe, social distance. Anyway, that's the end of story time. Thanks for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe and all those things that I'm supposed to say because I'm a guy on YouTube. We will see you later. Bye! Kohl's. Kohl's, the official store of Karen's.